Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Let's Play. And we are back on MechWarrior Online. It's good to see you guys. It's a Friday night. And my brain's sort of a little bit wacko, but I'm getting there. I'm gonna get through this. First off, it's been a long time since I've even touched base on this game. So let's get back to where I was before now. What I'm currently working on, me personally, I'm still with Innisphere, but I'm currently trying to finish, well, not necessarily finish, but I'm still trying to actually get all of my mechs completed. Which means I'm trying to get all my mechs that I still have to max out completed. All these have to be maxed out. All of them. It's a lot of work. I did a video on the Automo collection. That's it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the Automo collection. I did a video on that previously. I did an exclusive video on only that. So you can check out that video in the in my MechWarrior Online playlist. I haven't received any new information on this game at all, period. They have not given me any new information at all. They pretty much abandoned me, which, considering I helped them beta test the game, whatever, I'm not surprised. Considering I beta tested this game, I'm not surprised that they did this though. It is what it is. Okay, so now this is the mechs I have to work on. And these are all the mechs that I own. Period. I mean, the ones that are done and the ones that are not done. I have quite a bit of them, actually. I have a lot, actually. I actually do have a lot. And my Irby collection. I'm actually quite proud of it. I'm only missing one Irby. One. And it's a clan. I'm missing the other half of the clan. I'm missing the other clan mech. I'm missing the other clan one. I'm missing the other clan mech. I'm missing this one. I'm missing the red version of this one. So I'm missing its partner. So I didn't buy the pack. I just bought them individually. So I have no need to buy the pack because it's a clan. Because it's a clan mech. So I don't buy clan packs. I only buy Innisphere packs. So, because I'm a member of the Innisphere, so I will buy individual clan mechs because of the clan I used to be in. So far, this is what I have for clans. Not a lot, but That's all I have as far as clan mechs goes. The only time I ever spent on clans is when the beta 2 testing began. I was part of Clan Wolf. So then and only then I had clan mechs. Namely, I had Fire Kit Fox, Shadowcat, Mad Dog, Summoner. I had those when they did the beta 2 testing. So as you can see, I have the Clan Wolf banners above the next too. So these guys are fully decked out for Clan Wolf. So I went all out. So I spent a long time on Clan Wolf until I moved over to Mercenary for a long time. Then I moved. Then, with careful consideration, I moved over to House Davion. So I spent the same amount of time in each of the sections. And personally, I like being in Innisphere more than I do Clan. Why? I don't know. But it's just my preference. So alright, now let's get down to business. When you're thinking about this game, the first thing people do is people go out and they kill people. Of course, that's what the game's all about. But there's more to it than that. You could really do a lot and not have to go out there. Allow me to explain. I can't do this for that long because my brain's not really doing too good, but I'll do my best. You could do a lot and not have to worry about going out there on quick plays. For example, let's say we grab an Uziel. Let's say we grab this one. This is an Innisphere mech. This is exclusively in the Innisphere. Clans never got a hold of this. Why? Because Uziels are meant to be guards for the Davion Palace. So Uziels never leave the palace grounds. So the clans never got their hands on Uziels. So you will never ever see a 2C version of an Uziel. Ever. That is one of the reasons why you will never see a 2C version of an Uziel. Because Uziels back in the Star League, when Star League was first disbanded, House Davion was first created. They created the Uziel to guard the palace. So Uziel was the very first mech that was created by House Davion. Hence the reason why it is the size it is. The reason why it looks the way it does. It's meant to be fast. It's meant to carry weapons on it. And it's meant to swivel. 360-degree swivel. Kind of like the Urban Mech does. The only difference is the upper torso swivels 360. Well, that's the way it was designed. Uziel was originally designed to swivel 360 degrees, just like the Urban Mech does. Now, this game, it won't do that. But when House Davion first built this thing, the upper torso was meant to swivel 360 degrees. Want to see proof? See that right there? Watch. See? The upper torso and the legs are only connected by that little piece in the middle. The little piece in the middle is what swivels. So technically the weak spot on this mech would be this, because there's no armor there. And that is what separates upper torso from the legs. So if you blow this out of the water, then the upper torso will fall to the floor and the legs will just stand there. So this is not your assault. This is not your typical assault mech. I think this is considered a heavy mech, I think. I don't know, I have to look. Let me see. I think this is considered a heavy. This is considered a medium. And it's a medium for a good reason. This has the armor potential to be a heavy mech. But because of this, it's only a medium. This is a heavy mech. But because of its tremendous speed, it's considered a light mech. But because of its weight, they consider it a medium. So it has the speed of a medium, it has the weight of a heavy, and has the firepower of a heavy. So the Uziel is kind of an odd mech. It's also very hard to play. In this game only. In this game, the easiest way to play this mech is when you have a Thrustmaster control stick. You know those control sticks that it kind of sticks to the table and has a thrust stick? That's the easiest way to play this mech. Because if you rotate the Thrustmaster, that rotates the torso. So you could very easily rotate the Thrustmaster, fire, then rotate it the other way, fire, forward, tilt your torso down, back, tilt your torso back. To move forward and back, there's most likely a switch at the bottom base of the joystick. Thrustmaster control sticks are the best for this mech only. If you're playing any other mech, the Thrustmaster will be very, very hard. It won't feel right. This mech, Thrustmasters work perfect. Even though this thing has the 360 degree, nobody ever uses the 360 on this one. Because unlike an Urban Mech where you can get away with the 360, this one you can't because of its weight. So this one's a tad bit difficult to deal with. So let's take this one out on a romp. let me show you guys something. We're not gonna take it on a test run. Take it out for one. We're gonna take it out for one match. I'll show you guys what I mean. This, by far, is one of the hardest Innisphere mechs to ever learn. Because of the way it was built, this mech was designed to guard a spot, just like the Urban Mech was. But the Urban Mech was supposed to be a light mech, a light, slow mech. This is a medium mech, but this is fast. People have asked me, why is Urban Mech so slow? That's a good question. You see, the Urban Mech is so slow because the Urban Mech was designed. The Urban Mech was designed to this is the point. This is the time of the night when my brain stops working. Okay. Well, perfect timing. Game's on. Let's work on this. I'll remember what I was supposed to say in there. Most likely. Alright, Uziel, that would probably be my best bet. And assault. Nope. We can skirmish. They want skirmish. For this mech, assault would be better because it's fast. Fast mechs or fairly swift mechs, you do want to capture points. Mechs that are fast do not work very well under skirmish. Usually you'll have heavies and assaults on skirmish. But 90% of all the people playing this game play heavy and assault. Nobody plays medium and lights in MechWarrior Online. This is the reason why games seem boring, because everybody plays the same shit. Nobody plays something different. Everybody plays the same mechs, same configuration. Nobody ever does anything different. All they want to do is win, and that's it. That's the way this game works. That's the way people like to play this game. If they like to kill people, absolutely slaughter them, then walk away. Personally, that's not the way I like to play. I like to play
Reactor online.
But not everybody likes
Sensors
to play.
online.
So,
Weapons online. All systems nominal.
games that
This is Command. Eliminate all enemies, no matter the cost.
Okay, so as we know,
I'm an Irby with an arrow and a dream.
gotta love it. Uziel is supposed to have a 360-degree arc. As you saw by the back, there's a post in the back of the torso. It won't go any farther than this. So this is 180 degrees. This is not that bad.
That just means you need some poor sob though. Get a lock on, right?
That's the dream.
We have jump jets.
Target spotted.
Target acquired.
I think lasers are here, and my PPCs are the other button.
Target spotted.
Now my configuration. Now you have to remember your mouse configuration. You really have to do that. So, because otherwise you get very confused.
Target spotted.
target acquired.
Target spotted.
I'm getting shot at, and I don't know why.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
You guys want to know why people take those L's? I'm going to show
Target
you guys.
spotted.
New target acquired.
That's the reason why people take those L's. Those L's can do that. But Uziels are very squishy. Yes, so you have to be very careful.
New target acquired.
Try not to get yourself in a pickle.
We're experiencing some losses. Don't get sloppy out there. Target spotted.
Right torso critical damage. Heat sink
Getting
destroyed.
flanked around. Delta
Left
3 maybe?
torso critical
Need
damage.
assistance.
Center torso critical damage.
Need assistance.
Heat level critical.
25% of the enemies are eliminated.
Heat level critical. Heat sink destroyed. Warning incoming missiles.
Lock that for force. We can't lose any more soldiers.
Oh, damn it. Now, when this happens, never hit your override. Ever. The purpose
Yeah,
of
there was
the
a crab
override
around Delta 3
is so
maybe?
you don't explode, so the pilot doesn't die. The override should give you an opportunity to let your
Folks need
pilot
to consolidate.
eject. Before you die or get destroyed, your pilot ejects. If you override and you get blown up, you don't have enough time to eject, and you're gone.
Yep, I'd recommend you guys rallying up somewhere.
Of course, nobody ever thinks about the pilot in this game. In reality, the pilot has to have time to eject. So when there's a certain amount of hit
Need
points
spots.
left, the pilot will automatically do an alpha strike. They'll overheat,
The enemies are half depleted.
then they'll
Keep pushing.
eject, and the mech will get destroyed. That's the way it usually goes. That's the reason why you only save an alpha strike if at the very last minute. When you alpha strike, you overheat, and you know you're gonna get destroyed right after that. There's no hope of living. One alpha strike, everything
Our key,
out of you,
please.
then you die. That's what I do. That's technically what should be done, but 90% of most people don't do that. People usually just stand there like jackasses and don't do anything. can learn something from this battle. How many times did I overheat? 3, 4, maybe? 4 times? That means this mech is not balanced. When you overheat more than 2 times in one battle, your mech is not balanced, which means you have to take it back to the garage and work on it. So we now have to take that mech back to the garage, and we have to put in more heat sinks. Heat sinks have to increase with that mech. Big time. When you overheat more than 2 times in one battle, that's a very bad thing to happen. The mech is still out, so we can't make any changes. We're just gonna look. Now, we have 4 double heat sinks. 1 double heat sink is equal to 2 standard heat sinks. Okay, guys? So we have 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8 standard heat sinks. 8. Okay. Now, what we could do is, this is a gamut. We could take out the jump jets. Of course, I don't know if this is going to work. And pray the double heat sink will fit in there, because I don't think it's going to fit. I think it takes 4 slots, but nope. Maybe in here. Not bad. Not bad. Nope. We need 1 more ton. Those jump jets, losing those jump jets was a good thing. But I think we're gonna have to lose all the jump jets. Okay. Now we need 1 more double heat sink in here. Now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 standard heat sinks in this mech. 12. If you want to get technical, it's taking up 3 slots. Okay, guys? See that? 1, 2, 3. The double heat sinks are equal. Their power is equal to 2 standard heat sinks. So why do we use double heat sinks in the first place? If 3 standard heat sinks can fit in that 1 slot, so why are we using a double heat sink if it's equal to 2? Why? Because double heat sinks, they can dissipate. Standard heat sinks can dissipate heat faster. Double heat sinks don't dissipate it faster. Double heat sinks dissipate heat longer. A double heat sink is able to dissipate heat longer for a longer period of time. So if you have let's say if we had 4 double heat sinks on this mech. We overheated, right? The fact of the matter is if we overheated with the double heat sink, that means we didn't have enough. If we were using standard heat sinks and we overheated, we used double heat sinks and we overheated, and right away we immediately went down, that means we probably need one more. The fact of the matter is we overheated more than once with double heat sinks, which means we needed at least two. Because we had 4. Okay, guys? We overheated 3 times. Okay? We overheated a grand total of 3 times. Now, out of those 3 times that we overheated, I used 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't even use, I barely used these. Barely used them. I used these 2 times. And the 2 times I used it, I fired an Alpha Strike at everybody. Hoping to at least chop his arms off. Hoping. I Alpha Striked at his arms. Hoping to at least take his arms out. If you can get the person's arms off, it lowers their attack capabilities by a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. Always try to aim for the arms first. If you're dealing with assault mechs and heavy mechs, try to hit the arms first. Arms are number 1 priority. If you have a light mech, try to destroy their legs first before you do anything else. Because speed is a light mech's number 1 game. You kill their legs, they're going to crawl. If they crawl, that light mech is toast. 1 Alpha Strike, you'll kill him right away. Give a light mech a flat tire, then finish him off. End of story. The mech is dead. Light mechs are not easy to kill their legs so fast. That's why you need the type of weapons to have a wide area of attack. Namely, a PPC has a wide area of attack. It fires a ball of energy, a wide ball of energy right at the target. Aim in the direction of the legs. At least one of them will hit the target. So, at least one. If one hits the target, you'll damage, if not destroy, their legs. If all of your PPCs hit his legs will blow. Which means all you can do is crawl. Then when the heat goes down, finish him off. End it. Now with this mech, we added 2 more heat sinks, removed the jump jets. Now we did this for a very good reason. Now think of it. Now the only time you'll put a targeting computer is when you have anything that involves a lock-on. You need if you have a weapon that has a lock-on, you want to make sure you have a targeting computer on there. You also want to make sure that you have somewhat this. If you're a light mech, a scout, make sure you have a big galactic probe. And make sure you have advanced sensor package on you if you're a light mech, if you're a scout. Make sure these 2 are on your mech. Make sure you have these 2 on your mech at all times. If you're a missile boat, make sure you have a targeting computer. If you're using a light mech, you have have jump jets. Light mechs have to have jump jets. Light mechs are so fast that you're running, hit the jump jets, instead of going up, you'll go up. So you can go on, so you can jump onto a mountain and not have to go up a ramp. Plus, you could jump off a cliff and lower yourself down with the jump jets so you don't break your legs. That is one use, that's one thing I use jump jets for with heavies and assaults. I put jump jets, when you're running heavies and assaults and you put 2 jump jets on your legs, only 2 with heavies and assaults, activate those jump jets when you're about to walk off a cliff. Activate the jump jets, slowly lower yourself down to the ground so you don't break your legs. That's just a little tip. That is one of the main reasons why I had jump jets on the Uzil. Is because I really like to go up. I really like to be able to be very mobile with this thing. For example, I have the XL230 engine on it. XL230 is a lighter engine that dissipates the weight over the entire mech. Which means you can put less, which means if you have an XL engine, I would not recommend using missiles or ballistic. Reason why is because ballistic and missiles, when that torso goes, your engine is now completely considered crippled. And if your engine's crippled, an XL engine, whatever the number is, divide the number by 3. Okay? If somebody takes out my entire right torso, 230 divided by 3. That's what my horsepower of my engine is down to. Take out this. 230 divided by 2. And that's all we have left. That's all we have left. So it will drastically reduce the speed. An XL engine is designed to network, spread the engine out. This, and this are the engine. The engine is divided up into 3 places. The main engine down here remotely controls the other 2 satellites up in the top. This controls this and this remotely. An XL engine is not necessarily heavier. An XL engine is larger. It takes up more space. Now, the light engine, that is lighter. Standard engine is actually heavier than the XL engines. Yes, it makes no sense, but the XL engines are actually lighter than standards. The one good thing of having an XL engine versus a standard engine, some XL engines, not all, some XL engines can have standard heat sinks inside the engine. Standard engines can sometimes have heat sinks in the engine, not all of them. This particular engine does not have any heat sinks in it. Some engines that are XL do. And if it does, that's very helpful. When you have a heat sink in an engine, that's one less heat sink you have to put in your mech. Remember this. Try to pick engines that have heat sink slots in them. The reason why is because the weight of the engine includes the tonnage of the heatsink. So if you add a heatsink to an engine, the weight does not increase because the weight of the engine includes the heat sinks you didn't put in yet. So you're better off having an engine that has heat sink slots built into it. You will save tonnage because you'll know how much weight you're pushing. The only thing that sucks is you can't see the amount of heat sinks you have in your mech. So people who have heat sinks in their engine tend to put more weapons in general in their mech, and therefore their mech ends up in trouble. So you have to be extremely careful and very cautious. You have to be very careful and very cautious when you're playing with too many lasers and not enough heat sinks, because 9 times out of 10 you will overheat. Not when, it's you will. There's no such thing as when. Will. Now, even with all these heat sinks, I guarantee you I will overheat at least once. Let's take it out and let's see how I did. Now I removed all the jump jets, slid in 2 double heat sinks. I have slots, I have 2 tonnage left. I could add armor to it. I'm not. I'm going to save it and take it back out. The reason why is because I might want to take something out and put something back in. I'm not. When the mech is final and it acts the way it's supposed to, then and only then am I going to add the rest of the armor in. You never touch the armor unless the mech is perfect. When the mech in your eyes is perfect, and you're good to go. Alright, let's take it back out and see what it does. Of course, a test run would be good, but it's better to have a test. We want a test against gameplay, physical gameplay. The best way to do that is to take it out. Now, the ultimate test in heat is by selecting this board. If you ever select this board, this will test your heat sinks to its limit. This game has one advantage that nobody knows about. When the game first came out, all these levels, when you go in, all of these levels affect your mech's temperature depending on what you're standing near. For example, if something's on fire and you walk through the fire, the heat of your mech will rise a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. For example, if a car's on fire and we walk over the fire, the heat in our mech will rise a little bit. So the level and everything you see, so if you're starting to overheat, you see water, jump in the water immediately. Try to get your torso underwater, because that will reduce your heat tremendously. Water is your best friend if you're starting to overheat. This board, amazing. If you like to take things you overheat constantly and you refuse to fix it, this board will be your best bud. This board and the snowboards are your best friends, because those boards have ways to keep your heat levels down. Okay, so now let's go out, see what we got.
Reactor online.
Now, why would we
Sensors
watch the fight?
online. Weapons online.
I'm not here to watch
There.
All systems nominal.
This is command. Eliminate all enemies, no matter the cost.
So, they're gonna want to fight.
Override.
Wants to fight, then that's fine with me. I don't quite understand what they're talking about, but it is what it is. They say they want to watch the fight. Unless they're on a remote. Unless they're on a remote. Sorry. I don't have jump jets, so I gotta be careful when I step down. Keep thinking I can use my jump jets to jet down, but
Crossing over the island.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
That is a ballistic. Primarily ballistic, of
New target acquired. Warning incoming missile. Warning incoming missile. New target acquired. Warning incoming missile.
Target spotted.
Warning incoming missile.
Target
New
spotted.
target acquired. Warning incoming missile.
Ah. Come on.
Anti-torso critical damage. Warning incoming missile. New target acquired. Right arm critical damage.
Oh, I missed having a thrust mass.
They're going around Hotel 6, I think.
3 mechs there.
I'm so used to I'm not used to playing with the keyboard.
Narking Raven right there, Golf. Kill him, please.
But my
Echo
thrust
CT open.
master doesn't work anymore. It's too old. So trying
He's
to
wandered
find
off into
the
Golf
thrust
5, I don't know.
master these days is extremely hard. It's extremely
Got the Mad
hard
Cat
to
Mark
find
II on the
thrust
left side there, along with a bunch of Blackhawks.
They're my favorite joysticks. I love them. For this game, it's perfect. I just can't get used
We're
to it.
experiencing some losses. Don't get sloppy out there.
Okay, let's observe the team.
No, 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 no.
After I died, the whole rest of the team moved
Plate
on.
breaker, you gotta pull out of here. Pushing Hotel
They
6.
saw how quickly I died, so they moved over to the end.
Shadow cut in the water in H6.
Now, where were they when I needed help?
Viper with him as well.
Right off, one top CT.
Good shot.
Having that many late AC2s, that's evil. That is nuts. That really is.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Zoom in. If
Target
you
spotted.
have only ballistic weapons, make sure you know how
Warning,
to
incoming
zoom.
missile.
Make sure you know what button to push.
Warning, incoming missile.
We're just watching the game.
Warning, incoming missile.
I'm going to show you guys how to find, after this game's over, I'll show you guys how to figure out how to find controls. Unless you have the Thrustmaster handy, the Thrustmaster joystick handy, you're going to have to use a keyboard, which personally I think is garbage.
Warning, incoming missile.
Okay, you see incoming missile. But one thing you don't do is stand there. Because that means they have a direct... When you hear incoming missile, that means they have a direct lock on. They can see your back, which means the missile is coming your way, which means move your ass. And
The enemies are half
stand
depleted.
there.
Keep pushing.
Hug a wall, count 10 seconds, then move. See that? Right there? His back right hand corner. There's enemies behind
Right
him.
arm, critical damage.
There's enemies behind him. See that?
Almost got the wall. Clean up the survivors.
Blackhawk at G6.
The doctor exposes here. Once, that was
Heat level critical.
now we have Kodiak.
Heat level
Those were
critical.
Raven.
Override shutdown.
Where isn't it?
Override shutdown.
Kodiak's gonna take a beating. Really can.
New target acquired. Heat level critical.
We've lost half our
They
force.
can-
We can't
they
lose any more
spawn
soldiers.
themselves like crazy. They can kill and
Alright,
Watch
Black
out,
Hawk
Fox
and
on fire.
G6, so there's two of them over there. One Black Hawk in the water, the other one in the actual building.
There's one Mech Fox 6 heading Fox 5.
I
On the
lost
south
him.
side.
He's probably in the forest, box 3.
Innisphere mechs are extremely sensitive to overheating.
Yeah, the other two, like G5, G6 down.
Yeah, Golf 5.
CT on Delta. Other one behind you at 5.
New target acquired. At 25%.
Why? Four has taken critical damage. His head has taken minor damage.
Target spotted.
When the core takes critical damage,
Don't forget the one behind you guys at 5 G5.
like,
There's two Black Hawk left.
There's one in Hotel 4 in the water.
New target
The
acquired.
other one is in the reactor.
critical damage
Target spotted.
flashing will not go away. Once your core has been critically damaged, it will never go away.
Golf 3, I think.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
So you have to be
Oh,
very
Shadow Fan
careful.
left. Okay.
Be very cautious. Don't do anything rash. Keep your eye on the right side. Keep your eye on the right side. That's what he's doing. He's gonna pop up on the right
Did you get the
side.
one in the water? No. He's Golf 3 somewhere.
Running over at F3, E3.
Oh, I saw him in Hotel
Didn't have
4,
to-
then Golf 3, somewhere around there.
Would never thought he would be at goal 3. I thought he was at
Kodiak, you are going completely the wrong way.
I saw him in Hotel 4, then Golf 3.
Yeah, he's heading the right direction. That's where he was. He was over in H3.
Someone just shot me over between Fox 5 and Go 5.
With a missile or?
With a laser, I think.
There is only one guy left. We're getting fired on.
But if it's a light, he could be anywhere by now.
True.
It's Shadowcat, media.
I think I see him Fox 600.
Yeah, he's around.
Yeah, someone just ran through the 3 line over to 6.
The person without headphones, please don't push the talk.
They love shooting at dire wolves. You buggers.
Good bait. He's giving it to me.
Yeah, he's in like Echo 7, F7 at this point.
Good
Fox 7, yeah.
Thanks.
Going up the left side of 7. Let him run past.
New lasers, yeah. He's on the northeast side of the map.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
There he is.
Both legs and CT busted up.
Take me 5 minutes to get over there.
Scam, he's gonna come around into the tunnel and try and come out over here. Go.
I thought, see now, if I was the last person on this map on my team, I would shut my mech down completely. I would shut it. I would absolutely shut my mech down. Shut my mech down, find a place to hide, and stay there the entire game. Not move. I would let the time run out. That's a pussy
Okay,
maneuver.
Fox 7.
That's a maneuver that could
Probably
save
going for
life.
you, TBBW.
I'm gonna head for Golf 7 in case
I
it's a little
hope he is.
Target spotted.
That's the reason why the shutdown exists.
Target
Command to ground
destroyed.
forces.
Thank God.
No
GG.
more hostiles.
Yeah.
Good job, soldiers.
Okay, 118,000 C-bills, 1,240 XP. XP is always welcome. We gained almost 6,000 C-bills for salvage bonuses and a protected medium. We got 6,000 scouting. We got scouting on a medium mech. Notice we have an Uzil. What did I tell you at Uzils? Uzils are fast. For a medium mech, an Uzil is very fast. Hence the reason why we got a scouting bonus. So this is the only medium mech that you can get away with scouting with. Remember that. If you want a scout if you want a small scout that can take a heavy beating, pick up an Uzil and jack the engine up to its max. Put in 2 simple lasers. Put in all equipment that involves beagle-active probes, extra-sexual sensors, all that type of electronic shit. Don't forget to use don't forget to actually use an anti-missile also, because scouts are frequently targeted by missiles. Now, I don't have an anti-missile on this one because I'm fast enough that I can avoid it. So, I really don't need it. But I'll tell you what mech I do have that does need it. That probably knowing me, I probably don't have it on there. So let's see. I know one mech in particular that desperately needs one, but I guarantee you I don't have it on there because I'm lazy, and I'm too lazy to make it to put it on there. So. I think this is the one right here. I think that needs. This one absolutely positively needs the backup plan. I don't think this has an AMS on it, though. Yes, it does. See that right there? This one desperately needs an AMS, and I'm telling you why. This one has a right arm that only has one small slot for missiles, which means that the slot it has on the right arm for missiles is only one single slot. That's it. So you have to put something else in the right arm, namely heat sinks. So you're gonna jam the right arm with heat sinks. You're going to put an XL3. You're gonna put an XL390 in this one. Okay, guys. Here's why you're gonna put an XL390 is because an XL 390 gives you 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5 slots for heat sinks. So 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 double heat sinks, which in total is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 16 single heat sinks. We have 1 streak launcher, 1, 2, 2.5 racks of ammo with a case. Now, when you're playing an industry mech and you have missiles with ammunition, make sure you have a case. Cases are very important. Because if this left torso explodes, the ammo will explode and do damage to head and center torso. You do not want these to take any damage, period. So make sure, make double sure. Sorry. Make double sure you're protecting your most vulnerable spots. Now keep in mind, if a mech is pretty durable, if they see you have missile launchers, they will aim for those missile launchers. So make sure you have a case where your missiles are, and make sure you have a case. Sorry. I hate when it does that. It's so rude. Alright. Make sure you have a case where the launcher is. Make sure you have a case where the ammo is. Now, because of the 2 double heat sinks here, I don't have room for a case. But I do have a case here. So having a case here, if this goes, the streak might explode when the right arm falls off. If it does, it will not damage the right torso because there's a case on the right torso. So the right torso is protected with a case if this blows up. Hence the reason why I couldn't put a case here. So I put a case next to it instead. Now, the only time the legs will get damaged is if that torso or that arm is literally next to the legs. Now let's go take a look at that mech and see how it's situated. Now, this is the torso. Here's the torso, here's the leg. If the torso blows up, let's say we have now our SRM or short-range missiles are right here. Ammo storage for those short-range missiles are right here. Now, our lasers are right here. Technically, the ammo storage is protected with a case. There's a case here, and there's a case here. So the two side torsos have cases. That keeps the core protected. Okay, guys? The core does not have a case. I probably should have one in there, but I don't have one because the two side torsos are cased up. As long as I case up these two, this should be safe. This and this is not, and this is not. So if you have anything in the legs, this could be vulnerable. Thankfully enough for me, there's nothing in the legs, so I don't have to worry about the legs. And if the arms go, the torsos are cased up. So, therefore, you do not need to put a case in the head or in the core. Why? Because you have cases in both the torsos. You're fine. The torsos usually take damage when the arm does. With the case in the torsos, it protects the torso, it protects the side torso from splash damage. People in this game usually don't think of stuff like that, but this is very, very important. People usually go in there, throw stuff in the mech, and go out there and play. People don't take the time to carefully think about what they're putting in their mech and if it's going to work. I may not be the best player in the world, but I do know how to set up a mech. Like, I may play a mech horribly and may never get a kill. I may be a horrible player. One thing I do know how to do is that I do know how to set up the mechs properly. This is how to set up the mech properly. You have to protect the most important part of your mech. This is the most important part of your mech. If this is protected, you're fine. Now, in our mech, the core is only connected to this and this. The legs are nowhere near the core at all. Period. But if there was ammunition in the legs, I would worry about an extreme explosion damaging the core a little bit. In that case, if you do put ammunition in the legs, make sure you case up the legs first. Make sure cases go in the legs if you're putting ammunition in the legs. Ammo and missiles in your legs can leave large explosions and could possibly damage your core. A little bit of damage, but it could damage the core. It could also harm the other leg. And when the other leg is done, if one leg blows up and the other leg takes damage, you're screwed. That's it. So if you're going to put anything in the legs, make sure you case them up. Big time. Casing is so important. Now let me show you something. Some of you guys who are playing this game recently probably know what this is. This is called a longbow. This mech was exclusively made for MechWarrior Online. This has no storyline, and this has no storyline involved in the story at all, as far as I know. I read most of the novels, so as part of the novels I read, longbow is not considered part of story. But for what I learned about the longbow, it excels in long range. So therefore, I picked up the only longbow that has majority of it of long range. So therefore, I equipped this longbow with so much long range weaponry, it's not even funny. Technically, your targeting computer would go in the head. But the fact they only have one slot, and this is a 2-slot computer, it can't go in the head. Now, there's a case here, case here, case here, and case here. We have cases in all 4 places. Why? We have a full rack, 2 full racks of ammo, and 2 LRM-20s. There's a lot of ammunition here. One goes up, they all go up. End of story. Now my AMS is laser based in the core, so we don't have to worry about that. And this is a computer. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have to put cases in these 2 at all. Because if these 2 blow up, if one of these 2 blow up, we don't have to worry about these things taking any damage at all, period. Now, when you have a boat like this, there's a couple of things you can do. If you have enough sea bills and you have more than enough tonnage left over, you can upgrade your missile guidance system to Artemis. By upgrading your missile guidance system to Artemis, it's going to remove all the weapons and all the ammunition. But you're going to have to put in a heavier missile system with a better guidance system. Which means you're going to have lighter armor or lighter structure. Now, the benefits of a lighter armor and a lighter structure is that the mech is lighter. Therefore, it's going to move faster. Having heavy structure and heavy armor is going to cause the mech to move slower. You're going to cause the engine to work harder. And you're not going to be able to move as fast. You have to really understand. When this game first came out, they seriously took into consideration the novels, the Battletech novels. They took that into consideration, definitely. Also, you have to understand, the Microsoft Windows games that came out, they had action, but they did not have details like this. You were not able to go into the mech and toss in details like this in the Microsoft games. For example, MechWarrior Vengeance and MechWarrior Pirate Moon Expansion Pack, those 2 games did not have the ability to go into the mech and do this to the mech. The mech was equipped with what it had. You went into the battle and just play the battle. You are not able to go in like this. Now, in the Battletech universe, on paper, you were able to do this, like you see here, right here. This was available in Battletech. So you have to understand that MechWarrior Online is more like Battletech than is MechWarrior. MechWarrior is technically almost exactly like the Microsoft Windows version of Vengeance. That is MechWarrior. The game for the Sony PlayStation. Remember that? Long time ago, decades ago. For the original Sony PlayStation. Long time ago, they had, I think it was a Battletech game for the Sony PlayStation. Let me see if I, hold on. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I do own it. If I do own it, I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you guys. Hopefully I own it. I don't know if I own it. I don't remember if I actually. It's hard to find. I found it! Alright. Alright, now. The difference between MechWarrior and Battletech. MechWarrior is a game where you jump in the mechs that look like Battletech mechs. But you do not bother with any of the technical stuff like this. This does not exist in MechWarrior. MechWarrior is Battletech, but the only difference is that MechWarrior, you don't deal with this. This does not exist. Technically, MechWarrior Online is a Battletech game. The only difference is that they're using the MechWarrior storyline and adding the Battletech details to it. For example, they're adding the menus, they're adding all of this. Now, in faction play, when you're looking at the Battletech universe, now Battletech universe, I think in Battletech, Battletech is just as a Star League is disbanding. As soon as the Star League is disbanding, people are jockeying for position and creating factions. So naturally, in Battletech you don't hear about House Davion. You don't hear about clans in Battletech. You just have mech on mech combat in Battletech. The reason why is because Battletech takes place before clan wars, before any houses were even built. It's Battletech's timeline takes place as soon as the Star League is disbanded. The entire Star League is thrown into chaos. Factions are forming down here, and the people who are in the clans are integrated within here. Now, every single clan is technically part of. Every clan is part of an actual Innisphere faction. For example, Clan Wolf. Most of all the members of Clan Wolf were originally in House Davion during the time of the Star League. Hence the reason why you see the MechWarrior Online sells a mech pack. And this mech pack, you probably don't know what it is. You probably never heard of it. But I will tell you this. This mech pack has a very significant story behind it. And I'm very surprised they even made this mech pack, because technically this mech pack had absolutely zero to do with the Clan Wars. Even though this pack was a pack of this mech pack was a group of mercenaries that originally flew under the Star League's banner. These mercenaries would immediately jump in and assist anybody under the Star League's banner. So naturally, they have one mech from each Innisphere faction. Now, if you own this mech pack, you will notice something very, very odd. For example, a Clan Vulture. Vulture is a House Davion mech. Now this is not a 2C mech. 2C mechs are considered mechs that was stolen. Technology that was ripped out of it and clan tech inserted in the mech. Mechs that say 2C are mechs that were stolen on the battlefield. Tech was ripped out of it and clan tech was put in it. Mechs that just say Clan Archer or Archer Clan are mechs that have Innisphere tech in them. So technically, this Vulture says Clan Vulture, but this is still an Innisphere mech with Innisphere parts in it. So technically, if this thing needs parts, they have to go back to House Davion to retrieve the parts needed to repair this. So naturally, this was part of the Wolf Dragoons mercenary squad. So naturally, they're mercenaries. So they don't fly under one banner, only one banner. They fly under whoever's willing to pay them. And that's it. That's why you see Archer Clan versus a 2C mech. For example, Nate Star. Nate Star is an Innisphere mech. Okay, guys? Now, Innisphere mechs, especially a Nate Star, are 2C, a stolen version of a Night Star, has never, in the history of Battletech, has ever. Clans have never gotten their hand on a Night Star. The only Night Star they got their hands on was in the Wolf Dragoons Mercenary Squad. They have one and only one. The Stalkers, the Wolf Dragoons, also had a Stalker on their team. Now, their Stalker was very shiny, of course, but their Stalker was extremely well equipped. Think of it this way. Even though this is an Innisphere mech, in order to save time, sometimes they would take out the Innisphere tech and replace it with clan tech. They would only keep what they feel is important. For example, they would keep maybe the targeting computer, or they would keep the servos, or whatever the case may be, you know, laser support sensors or something like that. They would keep the essentials in there, but they would remove all the weapons and put their own weapons in, because they could replace parts and ammunition off of their weapons. They cannot with Innisphere tech. So you frequently will see the clan versions of the Wolf Dragoons with clan weapons, but Innisphere technology. This is a commonplace. Now, 2C mechs, you don't really see that. Because, well, you do see it because it's a stolen mech. But if the mech never had it in the first place, it's not gonna be, they can't get it. The Wolf Dragoons was a squad that was hired and started by House Davion. And each and every house donated one mech to that one mercenary squad. In exchange, they offered to pay them sea bills and repair their mechs and upgrade them whenever they wanted it done. The houses would pay to have their mechs upgraded for free, and they would pay them for the job. I say that's a pretty damn good deal. When Star League disbanded, immediately they ran to the clans, ripped the Innisphere tech out, and ran to the clans. So that's why the Wolf Dragoons, technically, they were the first members of Clan Wolf. Why were they the first members of Clan Wolf? Because during the time of the Star League, Clan Wolf was part of House Davion. And House Davion was the very first great house to have an entire clan and outfit an entire clan. House Davion is the only great house that existed during the time of the Star League. It's them and Steiner were the only houses that existed during the time of the Star League. They were not considered houses. They were part of the Star League, They had their property, they had their territory. But they were not considered separate. They were considered part of the Star League. So, the Star League was one government. One government ruled over the entire Innisphere. And that one government was in the middle of the map. During the time of the Star League, one government, the Star League, was right there. And during the time of the Star League, Terra was in charge of all of the Innisphere factions. Each of these factions were separate. They're separate houses, of course, but they all joined on one banner. Now, the clans as we know it, they were integrated within the Innisphere. The reason why the clans separated is because the clans didn't want to be part of the Innisphere. They didn't want to be part. They didn't want to be part of the Star League anymore. They wanted to be separate. So they ordered separation. So they ordered the Star League to participate. The fact that the Star League went away, they wanted their own territory. The great houses said, absolutely not. You're not getting our territory. If you refuse to follow our house rules, because the Star League is gone, you cannot follow any Star League rules and regulations. You have to follow each individual house's rules and regulations. Well, they didn't like that. They wanted the Star League to go away because they wanted their own territory to themselves. What they didn't know is the houses were not willing to give up territory for them individually. So they just left and went to different star systems. Hence the reason why we have clans. The clans are in a totally different star system. As soon as the Star League was disbanded, the clans fled to that star system right there. Now the clans fight themselves over whatever little territory they have here. And eventually they got to a point where they're like, you know what? Sick of this shit. Why don't we just take their territory from them? We said we were going to do it. We wanted, from the very beginning, we wanted our own piece of the Innisphere. They refused to give it to us, so let's take it. That's what the clans are doing. The clans are trying to bring, the clans' main goal is to bring back the Star League so that they can come back to the Innisphere. It was the clan's idea to dissipate the Innisphere in the first place. What they didn't realize was that when the Star League disbanded, the houses were not going to give up a piece of their territory to live. They were either going to live under house rules or leave. And they didn't want to follow house rules. So they wanted to follow Star League rules. But because Star League didn't exist anymore, because they got rid of it, well, herein lies their issue. Technically, all of this was not the Innisphere's fault. All of this was the clan's fault. Because the clans were the in the clans right now, it was their fault to begin with. They are the reason why this whole battle has been going on for eons. Because the clans simply wanted their territory. They didn't want the houses to exist. They wanted their territory. Certain houses, certain clans wanted to own certain areas. For example, the clans seemed to be going after Kurita and Russell the most. Why? Because the majority of the clans resided in the area that exists here to here. This was all where the clans were originally. Russelhog did not exist. You had Steiner and Kurita. That was it. Russelhog did not exist. Russelhog is not a house. Russelhog is a free territory. It's kind of like the United States in a way. Russelhog became a free territory because the clan members during the Star League used to live here. And after Star League was disbanded, they had to follow the rules of the people of the new owners, and they refused. And once the other clan members were in their particular houses and they had to follow their house rules, they didn't like it. Each and every clan had each and every house had clans in their houses during the Star League. And once shit went down, they didn't want to deal with it anymore. So they just fun. We're not following your rules. Out of here, gone. So they moved to a different star system right here. That's a little step back, so to speak, on how or why this looks like this. This is why this all looks like this. This is why they keep picking on Free Russelhog. Free Russelhog is not one of the main great houses. Free Russelhog is not one of the great houses. Free Russelhog was a territory that clan members lived in previously. House Kurita was not one of the main houses. House Kurita was generated after Star League disbanded. The main houses, House Steiner, House Davion, and House Merrick. That's it. During the time of the Star League, there was only 3 houses, and all the rest were territories. Merrick had these were territories. They had Russelhog territory, they had Kurita territory. These were not houses per se during Star League. These were territories, and that's it. There were areas that people lived in. The only great houses there were 1, 2, 3. That's it. All the rest were territories, per se. And those territories, majority of the clan members lived in during during the time of Star League. So now, on faction play, if you're with one of those territories, you're going to get invaded constantly. So you really, really honestly need to be on your toes if you're in one of those territories. If you're in one of the two great houses, if you're in either of these teams, then you really have to keep your eyes open, because if they start going after these territories, then that means that it was too easy. Now they're gonna start going after all the rest. So never, when you're playing this game, try not to avoid faction play. Try to get into it. Try to get other people into it. Because otherwise, this happens. Shit like this will happen. And the more this happens, the closer it's going to be toward them going for the great houses. Because they're going to go after the great houses as soon as they take away these territories. The clan's main goal is to take over all the territories first. Once they take away the territories, namely 1, 2, 3, then they're gonna go after the houses. They're gonna go after the territories first, then the houses. So you have to really understand. Now, keep in mind, during the time of Star League, this was part of House Stabbing at the time. This did not exist. During the time of Star League, this did not exist. This was part of House Stabbing. So this was where Clan Wolf was located. So first they're going to try to take over this. Then they're going to try and get this. Then they're going to take this. After they're done with this, then they're going to take this, and last but not least, they're going to take this and this at the same time. These two are the very last straw. They will take the two great houses last. They will always take the great houses last. Which is the reason why, if you're a member of the great houses, one of the two great houses, you need to jump in these battles and win as much as you possibly can. Because you have to keep them out of your territory. If you are currently in House Steiner, you really need to get your ass moving. You really need to start taking these territories back, because you know what? Ever so slowly, the fact of the matter is, I don't think there's much left. Clan Ghost Bear owns this. Clan Wolf owns this. This is going to be Clan Jade Falcon right here. So, this is Jade Falcon. This is Wolf. This is Clan Ghost Bear. Now, another clan's going to take another piece. So another clan's going to take another clan is going to take this piece. Then another clan is going to own this piece. Then another clan is going to take this piece. The very last clan is going to take this one. And when this one's taken over, the only one they have to take over is this one, and they'll share this one amongst the rest of the clans. Then, if they really feel like it, they'll take over the Great Houses, because Great Houses are the hardest ones to take. Especially Clan Wolf. Clan Wolf will not touch. Clan Wolf and Clan Jade Falcon are very particular with certain territories. Clan Jade Falcon and Clan Wolf will not touch certain houses, because those two factions have a long history. Those two clans have a long history with these two houses. So, Jade Falcon and Wolf will attack these two dead last. All the rest of the clans will take whatever the hell they feel like. Why? Because they're new clans. The first two clans are going to take these two locations dead last, because they are the great houses. And the two great houses, they have the most respect for. Why? Because of that mercenary faction I was telling you guys about. These two factions supported that mercenary squad during the time of the Star League for decades. And we're talking, they gave them full support. They gave them their best mechs you could think of. They gave them full support for decades. As soon as the Star League disbanded, they gave them a choice. If you own our mech, stay with our house. Those of you that own our mechs, you stay with that house. And you're more than welcome to join that house if you wish. If you leave, you can leave with the mech and become mercenary. But we will not support your mech, we will not fix it, we will not repair it. You're on your own. If you join the clans, you're on your own. They will not give you parts, period, you're done. So they stayed mercenaries for quite a while. So, and then eventually they moved on through clans. When they did, they lost all support for those mechs. Parts are literally non-existent for those things. Now you're probably curious as to why that mercenary faction never received an Atlas. Now you have to understand, the Atlas is not just any mech. The Atlas is House Steiner's pride and joy. House Steiner, the Atlas is House Steiner's pride. And they will not give their pride away to a mercenary, even though that is one of their best mechs. Instead, they gave them a Night Star instead. So the Night Star is a very, very good ballistics mech. A very good ballistics mech. House Davion gave them a Stalker and a Vulture. Now, the two great houses gave away some of their mechs to form that mercenary squad. Now, when Innisphere and the clans separated, that mercenary squad decided they didn't want to become mercenaries. They want to stay mercenaries after a while. Eventually they joined the clans. And when they did, they lost all support and all part availability for the mechs. So they had to integrate clan tech within these Innisphere mechs. So these are not 2C mechs. These are not stolen. These are actual Innisphere mechs with clan tech in it. These are not stolen mechs. These are actually built for Innisphere usage. The clan tech was integrated within it. So it still has Innisphere tech built in it. Only the 2C mechs have 100% clan tech. Outer shell, maybe the outer shell, maybe okay, my brain's really falling apart right now. I think I'm getting close to the time I can finish what I'm trying to say. That goes. I think my brain's on the go, so I think we're gonna end this soon. Okay, so yeah, I'm starting to lose my brain, so I think we're gonna end it really soon. So what we're gonna do is we're going to head out, and we are going to absolutely kick some ass. Let's see. What can we do? What should we do, actually? We could have some fun. Let's have some fun. Okay. I might do a couple of games and then I might call quits. So, because my brain's starting to go. And when my brain starts to go, time to call it. So, this is unfortunate because I really had hoped my brain would hang in there, but that's not the case. Okay, now. Let's see. A funny feeling that there might not be a lot of people on the North American servers. They might be switching servers, I think. See, this game allows you, this game automatically swaps between one server to another. Games like Wargaming, they have separate servers you have to log on to. This game has up to 7 servers. So depending on how many people you have match, then they'll jump you on whatever server they feel like it. So you may be on the European servers, you may be on the Asian servers, you may be on South American servers, North American servers, Canadian servers. They only have a couple of servers, that's it. They have one North American server, one South American server, they have a Canadian server, they have a European server, an Asian server, and that's basically about it. The European server has the most people in it for this game. The North American server has died down a little bit over the years. So during the second beta test, this map was almost taken down. We were this close to losing this map. Solaris City almost got lost in the shuffle. Almost got tossed. We're very lucky that we got to keep that map. Very lucky. Because that's one of the few city maps we actually have in this game. Too many of these original maps was just flat land. I mean, we're talking flat land. I mean, majorly flat land. Having cover is so key. Okay, now we are on the North American servers. There's us. A bushwhacker, that's a Kid Fox, that's a Raven. Champion.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
I have all the names.
All systems nominal.
This is command. Eliminate all enemies, no matter the cost.
Archer, Hunchback, and 2 catapults. That's what Bravo Lance has.
Override.
A majority long range. So Bravo Lance is mostly long range weapons. Now this is exclusively a boat. That's it. This doesn't have anything else but missiles. It has rocket launchers, but very limited amount of ammo for rocket launchers.
Target acquired. New target acquired.
See if we get a good shot on these guys.
New
Target
target
spotted.
acquired.
Oh, we got something.
New target
Yes,
acquired.
target.
New target acquired.
Come on, baby. Give me a target. Give daddy a target.
Target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired.
Alpha is
Bushwhacker in the
narked.
open.
And narked.
They have an arc on him? Or, if they have an arc on him, then I'll just place into him.
Target
Arc,
spotted.
we're good. I really should have had the advanced missile
Golf
for
narked.
this, but
First UAV up.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Buckshot narked.
We're currently hitting Golf. Golf dropped.
Hotel, Narc.
New target acquired.
Resistance!
Warning, incoming missile.
Need help. Come on, guys. Need help.
Indigo Narc. Second UAV going up in 3, 2, 1.
I have no more rockets. Damn it. I'm out of guns. That's it.
Kilo open CT.
25% of the enemies are
New
eliminated.
target
I am
acquired.
made to solely launch shots.
Kilo Narc.
I don't have anything.
New target acquired. Left torso critical damage.
Delta red armor CT Stalker. Delta is also Narc.
Target spotted.
Target destroyed.
Come on, you turd. Cut me some fucking slack here. What the hell? This is why I hate not having guns. You can't defend yourself.
Delta open
Target
CT.
acquired.
The
Target
enemies are half
destroyed.
depleted. Keep
Please
pushing.
don't block me, please. I'm a light. Behind us, Delta 3, Delta 2. Foxtrot Narc, Bull Shark, up top, D2.
Target
Bro, I'm gonna be
acquired.
dead honest with you. You're at the point where you're talking more than you're providing SA. Just give us critical info, bro.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Tell me what you need, and I'll give it to you what you need. Indigo open CT.
Target spotted.
Target
Almost got them
destroyed.
all. Clean up the survivors.
There's 2 up here, D4 on top.
We're experiencing some Target losses. spotted. Don't get
D2.
Target
sloppy out there.
acquired.
Up top.
Center torso critical damage.
On straight, Foxtrot, open CT.
Need assistance. We've lost half our force. We can't lose any more soldiers.
New target acquired.
That's the guy that was. I knew there was somebody behind us. I knew it. I knew there was somebody behind us. I had a funny feeling there was somebody behind us. I figured if I just spotted them, at least they would see him. But that was too late. Let's see if they even paid attention. C4. Apparently,
Target acquired.
I don't think they did. Wow. I don't see. You don't see the instructions out there.
We've taken critical losses. We need you to pull through.
Yeah, don't waste the thunder.
Anybody want to get this little bathtub off me?
Target destroyed. Right torso critical damage. Right arm critical damage. Target acquired.
Bull Shark and Delta 3. He dropped. Don't know where he's gone. According to my seismic, he's right underneath me.
Oh, God damn it. That sucks.
Target destroyed.
Forces. We're
Good job.
detecting no more hostiles. Good job, soldier.
So, all in all, that really wasn't that bad of a match. That really wasn't that bad of a match. Of course, I sucked, but the team did fare fairly well. I got credit for a savior kill and credit for a kill assist. And I even got I'm a heavy mech and I got scout. That's not bad. Now, you rarely see a heavy mech scout. That's because I have that extra radar. When you have the advanced sensors equipped to you, whenever you attach the advanced sensors, that gives you extra sensor range. That enables you to scout. Advanced sensors you want if you want to be able to launch missiles at somebody. You cannot depend on your lights to keep them spotted. You have to be able to spot them yourself. Especially if you have a boat. Boats need targets, otherwise they're useless. You can launch a missile at somebody manually, but there's no way it's gonna hit unless you lock it. So if you don't lock it, it's not gonna hit. And if you don't have Artemis, if the target moves, Artemis missile system are heat-seeking missiles. They found that they lock the target and then they follow the heat signature and hit it. Artemis missiles are a guaranteed hit as long as you lock. They're a guaranteed hit. They will squirm around whatever it takes to get to that target. As long as it's not too far away, if the missiles run out of juice, then you're out of luck. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a night and say have a good night. Thank you all for watching. If you take this opportunity to please like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, please. Please subscribe to the channel. We really, really greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Subscribe, like the video, comment down below. If you'd like to see more from this game, I need you to comment down below. I need you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and share the videos. If you really want to see more of this game, I'm not going to do it voluntarily. I'm only going to do it if I get comments. If you get positive comments, I will do more of this game. I like this game, but I don't like the fact that I'm helping them, because these people who run this game, they only want one thing, and they want the 1v1s. They do not want this to work. They do not want this to work. All they want is a 1v1 tournaments, and that's it. Personally, I think it's bullcrap. It's horseshit. It needs to be separated like it is now. They're hoping that this falls apart so they can concentrate only on the 1v1s, but we can't let that happen. Now, obviously, they've tried everything in their power to stop the pass. They've tried everything. But it is what it is, guys. That's why I need you to help me out with this game. I need you to like my videos, subscribe to my channel, comment on my videos, and share my videos as far as this game goes. Because the more you help me out on my channel with this game, the more I will play of this game, the more Piranha will start to realize that, hey, maybe we're taking the wrong direction. Maybe we should go back to the way it was. Before they shut this game down, help me get this game back up the way it was before. Because that 1v1 needs to stay dead. Right now, they're killing. Right now, Piranha is killing this version on purpose. If they kill this version on purpose, then this game will not exist. It will only exist on 1v1s. That's it. Do not let them win. Do not let them win. Help me help this game. Okay, guys? Do not let this game die. Because this game will die. I'm telling you right now. If they have their way, they will kill this game on purpose just so they can get the 1v1s going. They'll save server space by doing that. By cutting down on servers and by cutting down on game types, they'll have more server space for doing 1v1s and more maps and lots of stupid crap that really just shouldn't even be in the game to begin with. That's the reason why I did the beta testing thing so many years. I purposely wanted that 1v1 crap to go away. That's why I did the beta 2 testing. The beta 2 testing was, the purpose of the beta 2 testing was to decide if the 1v1 should be part of the game. And the report I filed out, they were forced to remove from the game. It was gone for decades. But hackers found a way to revive that part of the game. So, for years, they've been hacking this game like crazy. They left the 1v1 in the game. So hackers illegally hacked this game just to get the 1v1s working again. And they've been doing just that, except Piranha is allowing them to hack this game. They're allowing them to hack this game. What's wrong with this picture? They're allowing somebody to hack a game? I did the beta 2 testing on purpose so that this game wouldn't die. And they're not, what I told them, if this game continued on with the 1v1s, certain things were going to happen, and this game would die. Sure enough, faction play, nobody plays it anymore. Why? Because they only want to do 1v1s. Event queues, they have 1v1s and event queues. Nobody's going to do this anymore. So now they're not doing this. And very soon, this is going to fade as well. When this fades, they're only going to concentrate on 1v1, and you're going to get a third button right here. It's going to say Solaris. third button, when this fourth button shows up right here, says Solaris, this game is done. There's supposed to be a fourth button right here. It's supposed to say Solaris. Solaris 7. If you're playing this game, you see a fourth button right here, the game is toast. There's supposed to be a button here, right here. It says Solaris 7. That's a 1v1. I joined the beta 2 testing to remove that button from this game. Because as long as that button existed, nobody was playing this or this. They were ignoring all of this. And the only thing they were playing was this. And if they ignore this, there's no point in even having a game with MechWarrior as a title. Why bother with a MechWarrior game when you're not going to bother participating in MechWarrior activities? It's horseshit. It truly is horseshit. You have to understand, a game exists for a reason. A game exists to tell a story. The story is the story of the Battletech universe. The story of Hemisphere versus the clans. 1v1 battles is not telling the story of the clans versus the Hemisphere. Faction play is what this game is all about. Faction play is MechWarrior Online. If people don't play faction play, then the game is not going to exist. If faction play fades or ever disappears, this game is toast. I'm telling you right now. So make sure you share my videos as much as you can, because my videos are definitely going to try and bring this back to popularity. Keep people in here and make sure people come back to this. Make sure this never shows up ever again. Of course, if they toss it in the event queue once in a blue moon and nobody goes in it, that's fine. But it is what it is. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below if you could. You could also please share the video. We really do appreciate it. You sharing my videos and letting people know about my channel and what I do. Tell them to like, comment, and share. Because if they comment, if anybody comments, leaves one comment on a MechWarrior Online video, I will play this game more often. I promise. I guarantee you I will play this game more often. Alright, I had one comment on one of my videos. I promised. If I had one comment, I would play more often. But I haven't had a comment in quite a long time, so I haven't made a video in quite a long time. So I'm waiting for comments often. I'm waiting for more comments. Okay, guys, keep the positive feedback coming. What do you want to see me do? Do you want to see me do something? Do you want to see me do a tutorial on something? On how to do certain things? How to set up certain mechs for certain missions? What do you want to see me do? Comment down below. What do you want to see me do in this game? Just playing is no fun. I have so much knowledge of this game. Let me teach you what you need to know. I can teach you anything about this game. I know a lot about this game, so hook me up, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys on Sunday for Sunday night live stream on PlayStation Network. 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time is when my Sunday night live stream will be started. Okay, guys, Sunday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day.